Hey everybody! I know that it's been a very, very long while since I posted a video with actually any recent substance, and that's because since I guess for the past month or so, nothing has happened that has been worth sharing with you guys until just recently. And by just recently, I mean last night. So just real quick, I actually kind of wrote it down and took notes. The first thing that happened that I was thinking about sharing with you guys actually happened on the 25th of July this month. And like I kind of blew it off at the time, and then but to me now it's kind of like connecting since the other night what we had experienced. And this happened around 6:30, 7:30. I wasn't really paying attention to the time because I wasn't expecting anything to happen, so time was just not really on my mind. But David and I were in the bedroom. We had retired early that day, and he was playing a video game, and I was on my phone, and I was going through do-it-yourself projects because I'm totally in project mood, and we are just in our own little world. We're not paying attention to anything, and there were a couple of other noises going on, like background noises. We had the laundry because it was Saturday, and we cleaned houses on Saturday, and we had a lot of laundry we had to clean. And it was kind of storming off in the distance. It wasn't raining where we were at, but we could hear the thunder. So there was a bit of noise from all that. But out of complete nowhere, we heard what I initially thought was a knock at the front door. It sounded like someone was knocking really loudly. Well, not at the front door. Okay, someone knocked at the main door, which is the back door, but is the main door that we use and everyone uses. I thought I heard someone knock, and I just kind of looked up, expecting another knock. Didn't hear anything, so I just went back to what I was doing because I was like, I'm not answering the door anyway, even if there is someone there. Because I'm not expecting anyone. We don't get company here. I don't have any friends. I don't get any company. And a second later, David stops what he's doing and he looks at me, and I'm like, oh, so you heard the knock too? And he goes, yeah, I heard something. So he pauses his game and he walks off into the kitchen and he's investigating. And then when he comes back, he goes, that's so weird. It sounded like someone was in the kitchen moving around, clinking glasses, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, that is really strange. But to me, it sounded like it was a knock at the front door. And he goes, no, it sounded like there was someone in the kitchen. And for all of you guys who are aware of my very first videos in this place, that was the very first experience that I had, was me being in here or being in a different room and then hearing someone in the kitchen clinking glasses. And I was like, oh, that's really, really weird. But he blew it off, even though I thought it was strange. He just said that, oh, it was probably the dryer, I guess, shaking enough where it made something in the kitchen move, which is plausible, but to me, highly unlikely because, as I said, we're basically professional cleaners, and that dryer pretty much goes 24/7, sadly enough, and that has never happened before, ever. So I don't know. I mean, it could have happened, but to me, it doesn't seem likely because I think that noise would happen more often if that was the case. So that was the first experience pretty much that was worth talking about this month that happened, but I just decided not to because it was such a short video until pretty much last night, the night before mostly. So David and I were in the bedroom again, and I was cleaning up after dinner, and I was starting to fold the laundry. I just got done talking about that. Yeah. So I had actually brought all the dry linen into the bedroom, and I was going to fold clothes while he was playing his brand new game. And I was talking to him about how he wakes me up in the morning when he has to get up earlier than me, and he gets ready for work. I like to try to sleep in a little bit more, but he's really loud because he doesn't care. And I told him that, he needs to let me sleep in a little bit more. And he goes, well, last night I didn't sleep well at all. And he normally doesn't sleep very well. He's borderline or is insomniac. And that's mostly because his brain just doesn't stop working at night. He just continually thinks. So I asked him, oh, were you just thinking about something too much? And he goes, no, actually something really strange happened. He said that at in the middle of the night, at some point, he sleeps on his stomach. He felt something poke at his back to the point where it woke him up. And he looked around and there was nothing there. I was asleep, thank God. And then he said later on that night, he was once again sleeping on his stomach, and he got the distinct feeling that something was hovering over his body. And he quickly moved over and looked, and there was nothing there. I was really severely creeped out by this because I've never really experienced anything touching me besides the whole questionable night terror event where something was tugging at my feet like they were trying to pull me off the bed. But I'm not I don't know if that was real or not. I don't know what he experienced was real or not, or could have been a dream, but he has never dreamed like that before, and he was really embarrassed about telling me because this is the guy who will turn anything that is supernatural or weird happening into absolutely nothing. Like, oh, that was nothing, you're just imagining it. So the fact that he experienced something that I normally experience and he can't explain it away right off the bat, he was really embarrassed and really uncertain about it. But he pretty much blew it off that, he was probably half asleep. I don't know about that because that seems really shifty. He's never ever had an experience like that before. So I don't know. But then, I went to sleep that night and he went to sleep that night. And it was a pretty rough night. I woke up a lot. And I think he woke up a lot too because at one point last night, he shook violently and it woke me up immediately. And I'm like, oh, are you okay? And I look over at him and he's half sitting up in bed and he's looking around like something was messing with him. And I'm like, are you okay? And he goes, it's nothing. And he gets up and he goes, uses the bathroom. And I was like, okay. So I just lay back down and I try to go back to sleep. And then eventually I have to get up and use the bathroom. And then I managed to get to sleep. But then I kind of wake up at one point and I feel something tossing my hair up here, like a draft or something. But there wasn't a draft. David hadn't moved anyway. And even if he did, it wouldn't have tousled up here because his body is further down. So that was kind of weird. And I tried to ignore it and try to pretend that I was asleep when that happened because I didn't want to encourage anything to continue to tousle my hair. That's really weird. But that's actually what's been happening lately. Just recently, apparently within 1 week. I guess it's nothing for a month, and then for a whole week it's oh hi, by the way, I'm still here. Hi. So there you go. I guess that's everything that's happened so far that I know of, that at least I bothered to write down, and I think it's worth sharing with you guys. And I guess when more things happen, I'll post it, but sometimes it'll be a while because I don't really keep up with it too much. Got other things to do right now. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.